Just when you thought the Nitro Z9 couldn't get any better, our design team took it to the next level. Up until now, tournament anglers had to decide whether to run with a single or a dual console. Thanks to our latest exclusive option, a removable port console, they can have both. It's quick and easy to install or remove. No tools required. Smart thinking like this keeps the Z9 at the top of its class. Here's Kevin Van Dam to share why he chooses the Nitro Z9 above all others.
That's what you need right there. You know, I've been fishing Nitro my whole career, and I chose it because I needed a boat I could count on. Growing up in the Great Lakes, a lot of big water, big waves. You had to have a boat that's going to be dry and comfortable and that you know is going to get you back. And then Nitro was the perfect boat for me. Today, Nitro is still my boat. I think it's the best. It fits my style. It's big, it's wide, it's got a lot of storage, it's got the features that I need as a professional angler, and it'll work for you too. I'd put my Z9 up against any other boat fishing the Elite Series in terms of quality, performance, and features. And as far as the company behind it, there is none better, more stable, and more committed to fishermen than Nitro and Bass Pro. Good little fish. One of the things I really like about my Nitro is it's a really well thought out boat. You know, myself and the other Nitro pros work real close with the engineering staff and the guys in the plant and our tournament support staff to help put the features in these boats that are going to help you out on the water. You know, as a tournament angler, it's all about efficiency. I don't want to have to think where something should be. I just want it to naturally be right there. And that's how these boats are designed. So everything's right where it should be at. It's going to make more casts in the day for me. I can be more efficient. And in the end, I'm going to win more tournaments. I carry a lot of tackle. I want to be prepared for every situation. I really like these clips right here. I can keep soft plastics that I'm using a lot right there on my deck lids. I keep all my crankbaits, spinnerbaits, things like that here in these front boxes where I'm going to access them the most. You know, I try to keep real heavy things in the back, but most of the tackle that I fish a lot here in these front split boxes, it's real easy to sit here and access it. I can get right into there. Right here also, I've got my measuring stick. It's recessed right into there. I've got a cooler that I can carry a lot of drinks and a lot of ice. You know, if you've got 2-3 people out there, it's a hot summer day, you're going to go through a lot of drinks and sandwiches. You got plenty of room. It's insulated. It's going to do a great job for you. Right next to it, this is one of my favorite features because, you know, I hate having a cluttered boat. You know, when I have used plastic worms, baits that I retie, trash receptacle right there. You take the bucket out, take it and empty it at the end of the day. Another thing I really like is I have both sides of the boat, these little pull-out storage containers here underneath the consoles. I use one to keep extra spools aligned. I can spool it right out of there. I mean, it just spins the spool perfectly. In most boats, that'd be wasted space. That's what we try to think of, is to utilize that space, make it as efficient as possible so you can get more casts in a day. The Nitro Z9 is 20 foot 9 inches long, and it's got a 96-inch beam. It gives you a smooth, dry ride, even in rough water. It's a 100% hand-laid hull, and it's got a 66-gallon fuel capacity, something that I demand for long runs and tournaments. I don't have to worry about stopping and getting gas. Even with that huge gas tank and all the storage space, I've got a great hole shot. A new feature that I'm really excited about is the RPS, or Rapid Planing System. It's a new hull design that gets my Z9 out of the hole real quick. You know, I carry a heavy load. I've got a power pole, extra large batteries, full live wells, 66 gallons of fuel. With this new hull design, the boat pops right up and really helps you with your top end performance. And when I shut down, the anti-splash reverse flow transom keeps water from coming over the back. It's an awesome combination. You know, one of the things that I love about the Z9 is it's a tournament-ready boat. I mean, we put the features in it that you need as a tournament fisherman. A lot of little things you wouldn't even think about. Starting up here at the front becomes standard with a motor guide, 24-volt, 84-pound thrust trolling motor, and you can upgrade that to a 36 if you'd like. It's got a recessed trolling motor pedal. We've got a little built-in step pad, so when you're getting in and out of the docks there, you're not going to slip and fall. All your controls up here in the front that you need. You got get your bilge pump, both your live well controls and trim that I can hit with my feet to operate the motor up and down. Right back from that, I've got my front pedestal seat, both of them hydraulic, front and back, and we've got 2 positions that you can put it in. That makes it real nice. That way you can get closer to the trolling motor pedal and just lean against the seat like in rough water, or you can have it back where you can sit on it, say if you're fishing slow, Carolina rigging, things like that. A padded front deck makes it really nice on those rough days, or you're not getting the fatigue on your knees and your legs. It's one of the best features that we built into the boat itself. The latches are recessed. We've got recessed anchor ties along the side of the boat. You come back, you got your cooler, easy access to everything, split storage, and then the console itself is designed so that you can see everything in it. All the gauges from any position here in the driver's seat. They're bezeled, so you don't get any side light or anything, and you have all the gauges that you need. Water pressure, oil level, a clock, volt gauge, fuel gauge, tachometer, speedometer. Comes standard with a Lowrance step finder, GPS combination. It's got a tilt steering wheel, and down here underneath, it's got an angled step pad, so if you're riding in rough water, you got a good solid cushion here where you can hold yourself steady. We've got 3 across seating here, and one of the things that I really like is that it's got a step pad and a grab handle for your passengers, so if they're going to the rear deck to go fishing, you don't have to step on your seats. You're not going to slip and fall or do anything like that. Under the seats, they've got cushion shock absorbers built in, so in rough water, it makes your ride a lot smoother. The live wells on the Z9 are the absolute best in the industry. First, they're totally separate from each other. It's got a freshwater pump, a recirc pump, and a pump out, along with oxygenators to pump oxygen into the water. It's controlled by a valve system, and it's got a little baffle built in underneath. So when you're running in rough water, that water's not sloshing around, you're not beating up your fish, you're not banging them up. It's absolutely the very best in the industry. Rear storage, easy access to all your components in the back, your bilge pumps, things like that. And one of the best features right here, the recessed boarding ladder. If you fall out of the boat in cold water, you definitely want to have a way back in. Again, the rear seat's got a hydraulic pedestal standard on it too. I mean, all the features that you'd want in a tournament boat are already built into the Nitro Z9. One of the things that's really important to me as a tournament angler is the casting decks themselves. I want wide, stable casting platforms, and I like to be high up off the water. It gives me better visibility. I can pitch and flip and cast a lot better. The Nitro Z9 has a 96-inch beam, and we built the gunwales a lot narrower so it gives you more carpeted deck space. It's real easy for 2 anglers to fish up on the front deck, and the rear deck has a ton of room for anybody that's fishing back there too. You got to have a wide, stable casting platform. You're fishing big water and rough water. You don't want the boat to move around as you're moving around out there in the water. Casting decks are a must. Hey, one of the things that's really important to me as a professional angler, because I have to tow my Z9 all across the country, is I got to have a good, smooth towing trailer. And the Z9 trailer is built just for this boat. Tandem axle, it's got fiberglass fenders, it's custom color matched so it looks real good. It's got a built-in spare tire carrier, swing away jack here on the front, and a swing away tongue. You just pull the pin, pop this out, and for me, with the garage that I have, I couldn't put this boat in there if I didn't have that swing away tongue. I mean, this trailer goes down the road real smooth. It's got brakes built into it. I can actually stop quicker with the boat on the back than I can with my truck with no boat at all. That's how good it is. So it's very safe, it's very smooth. I don't even know it's back there. It's the perfect trailer for a great boat. I choose a Nitro because it's the best boat for me. I could fish out of anything that I want. This boat has the features and the benefits that I need as a pro angler. If you need a tournament-proven boat, Nitro's your boat. Come here. Ah, gotcha. I've weighed a lot of bass in tournaments, and I can say that it's the best boat for the job that I do.